The Liverpool System. What was the Liverpool System?
It's what you call collective play, whereby the play from the back, that came in to force more so when Phil Thompson came in and Emily Hughes were the centre backs. And now they've got Phil Thompson and Hansen playing the same system. It's a collective play. You play from the back. We realise that Liverpool, you can't score a goal with the ball every time you get it. We learnt this possibly in Europe from the Latin people. And as they're playing the ball from the back in the right-hand side, they might be playing it in little groups, as you've seen them. The pattern of the opposition defence changes as they change. And then it's leaving room for the Ray Kennedys and the Terry McDermotts to sneak in for the final pass. So it's cat and mouse for a while, and it's waiting for an opening to appear, and somebody goes in the opening and the final ball is loose. So it's all very simple, really. And it's effective. But it's been built up over the years, and it's sometimes it took Terry McDermott a little time to get used to it when he came. That's what it is. It's improvisation. Covers the whole affair. If you've got players that can improvise and adjust to what happens on the field immediately, then you've got something. So the players improvise and adjust. So instead of breaking down the flank they're on now, they can switch it across to the other flank and break through there.
Does it have anything to do with conserving energy as well?
It does in a sense, because Liverpool play 50, 60 games a season, 65 games a season, 70 games a season. And to do that, you can't really run flat out. It's designed to lull the opposition. It's designed to confuse them. It's designed to win matches. And it's economical. Now, everybody at Liverpool does their share. They're all in the pattern. It might be your turn to go for the final pass. It might be Kennedy's turn. It might be Terry McDermott's turn. It might be David Johnson. It might be Kenny Dalglish. But above all, the main aim is that everybody can control the ball and do the basic things in football. That's control and pass, control and pass. Little Phil Thompson come in and it was at the back, so he controlled it quick and a little forward pass. So they got started earlier than they would have done normally. If you delay, now there's somebody they're all round behind the ball. So you're looking for somebody that can control it instantly and give a forward pass. And that gives them more space and more time to breathe. So it's a very simplified affair and of course economical.
So you don't really have a player running great distance with the ball?
No, well, they don't run in no man's land at Liverpool. Running from your own half into the other half across the centre of the field with the ball, no, that's not encouraged at all. I mean, I'm talking about Liverpool when I was there, and Liverpool that I've seen, and Liverpool that had something to do with. I'm not trying to tell Liverpool's present manager or present system what to do. I'm saying that this is true, that running in no man's land is nonsense.
Why?
So that if you get the ball at Liverpool Football Club, they want options. There's at least 2 people to take it off you, or 3, maybe even more. So you've got choices. Now you could be in some teams, and when you get the ball, nobody wants it off you. They go away and leave you, turn the back on you. But at Liverpool, there's somebody to help you, and that's why Kenny Dalglish was an instant success in English football, because he came to a club. When he got it, he was getting help. So he had choices, and he's the player that can do that kind of thing. So this is the whole affair. It's so simple. Get it, give an early pass, then it goes from me to somebody else and it switches around. You're not getting very far, but the opposition pattern who's playing against you is changing. Then somebody will sneak in and a final pass or a semi-final pass will be dealt with. So that there's laws and there's things at Liverpool you're not want to do. Running in no man's land is one of them. That's a terrible thing, a terrible waste of energy. So that they play it into the midfield instead of running with it, and the backup. If you need help, you get the backing. So when you deliver a pass at Liverpool, you've only started. You've got to back up and be ready to take another one from somebody else. Now after another couple of passes, you might be back into the game again. You who started the movement. So it's all give and take and give and back up and options, of course, and improvisation. That's a big word, improvisation.
One thing I noticed over the years, and it's often been said, Liverpool players never seem to suffer many injuries. Many other teams seem to have players who are in and out all the time, but Liverpool always seem to have consistent players.
Well, I think the cautious initial training period, which takes a long time, about 5.5 weeks, I think that they're very cautious in the early stages of the initial training. In other words, they don't go out and tear you to pieces in 3 or 4 days. They put you in the sand dunes, or put you on the hill running, or put you on the roads doing road work. They train on the grass where they play. And they take it easy. And if you've seen them training in the early stage, you think they're lazy. And I said, that's what I want people to say. They're not doing very much. So there's a gradual build-up. From the experience of the past, we learnt that. So that we don't ask you to stretch your legs out till you're ready. Now, a lot of injuries can be caused through the initial period being wrong. Of training, eventually a man can break down. He broke down 2 months after the season started, but possibly it was caused by his initial training. So the initial training is a process, patient process of building up. And we once learnt from Ray Clements he once pulled a muscle, kicking dead balls, which is hard work, kicking them from the floor. He done a muscle in his leg once, pre-season, and it affected him for a long time until he'd missed a few games. And in fact, he lost as a league that season, the fact that he couldn't play. So we had to curtail him kicking early balls in his initial training. So all these things are taken into consideration. So these are the things that people at Liverpool look into, all the details. The initial training period, not to sprint too early, not to kick the ball too early, not to do hard things too early, exert yourself and maybe eventually tear your legs. So they're so cautious at that. They train hard, yeah, but only when they're ready. And that was one example. We lost Ray Clements and we lost the league that season. We could have won it. We missed a couple of games. So that it's the preparation, the initial period, and the way they play. They play in relays. The back fellas get it and give it to the fellas in the middle. So that you don't need to run at Liverpool the length of the pitch and try and score goals. No. They play, it's a relay, Liverpool. It's like a relay race. Milne was one, he was in the relay. He used to get the ball and give it to somebody else. So that the system that they play possibly stops a number of injuries from happening that would happen. Prevents it. So the playing system, which is collective, is a good thing. Where you're not asked to do more than me. And I'm not asked to do more than you. So you're all sharing in the work. They're very careful with the preparation. So that maybe that's and they've got good treatment machines, incidentally. They get injuries, but maybe not as serious as some of them I've heard. The preparation, initial preparation, is a very, very important thing. From experience, we found out that early in the season, or any time at all, a football player sweats. Now, Liverpool players wear sweaters. They still wear them. And you've got to wear that sweater to train. And if you don't train in it, if it's a cold day, you've got to wear it to cover your kidneys. But if you haven't worn it after the training's finished, you put it on to keep you warm. So instead of stripping at Melwood, training, showering at Melwood, and eating there, or going somewhere else, or going home, they strip at Anfield. They go down on the bus. They train. If they train with a sweater on, that keeps it on. If they don't train and they're sweating after, they put the sweater on. They finish, they have a cup of tea. Now, if you, pre-season when it's hot training, and you perspire terribly, especially if you've got a big sweater on, and tracksuits. If you perspire terribly, and you go into the bath within 5 minutes of finishing, or 10 minutes, you'll sweat all day. The pores haven't closed. I arranged this. If they do that, I've tried it before. I've been into a bath when I was sweating, and immediately I've sweated all day. Sitting eating my meal, sweating. So that was stopped. They have a cup of tea. They might have a walk round after the training's finished, round the training ground. Come into the pavilion, have a cup of tea, take their time, saunter into the bus. The bus takes about 20 minutes or 25 minutes to go to Anfield. So maybe roughly 30, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. After they finish, they have a bath. Now, by the time they get to Anfield, the chances are that all their pores will have closed, and they will be ready to have a bath. And they'll be ready for something to eat, light, not too heavy. Now, this is one of the reasons, possibly, why they're a little fitter than the rest. And most of them have got the training grounds where they train. They've got the training grounds beside the playing pitches. A lot of them report to the training grounds, strip there, come off the pitch, into the bath, and they're sweating all day. Now, by that time, they're all closed down, and they've had a bath, and they don't feel uncomfortable. They're not sitting having their lunch sweating.